Guys, what's up everyone? Today we're on day 2 and so far we've got to get the car jacked back up, put it back in here for closing that door purposes. So I'm going to start her up, which I'm going to need a jump cable for because the battery's in the boot and it's dead, and we'll get it jacked up on stands and we will start the process. So we've got the car jacked up here now and we've run into small problems though. I found out, I've mocked up these guards just to see how they look. Just done the top 3 bolts there, and there's this bit and I'm not sure if it's meant to be bent in, because if you look at the original one, it's kind of not. So I'm not sure exactly how they're supposed to fit, but I know I've mocked up the headlight over here and it's supposed to go into that little crack there. But we're going to try and do some kind of body work here and find out if we can get it to bend, because it's only a small tab, we can bend it into place without breaking the headlight. Those headlights are hella expensive and these guards are not. Worst comes to worst, we'll probably end up getting some new guards. If you look on this one, it's actually got some rust, quite a fair bit of rust into it. But for now we'll try and mock them up as best as we can, kind of get the front end done, and then we might purchase some new guards later on. We'll get these ones matched up and see what we can do. So as you can see there, we've got it just about flush. We just had to bend that tab in just a little bit as it was bent out, and I've just kind of tightened those down to kind of make it fit. But it's looking good. We have that first headlight on now. We're gonna go ahead and do the second one. I won't film this one, but we'll get it on and we'll see how she looks. So we've actually got these 2 guards out here. Now one of them, the new one, is missing that part there, which is like the indicator light, and so we need to grab this one that's off here and kind of fit it onto that one. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I just mocked up the other light, it does fit. I ran into a few bolting issues that weren't done properly, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now and we'll get back to it. Just inspected the bulb, and usually you can tell when they're blown, the little kind of looks like a fuse. Don't think you can see it too well on camera, but there's like a little wire and it's not broken. If you shake it, you won't be able to hear it. So we've got a good bulb here, which I'm glad I don't have to replace because I don't feel like going for a drive down to the auto store. So we're gonna fix this up to that guard there and hopefully it works. But I'm very concerned about this rust here, so I think I might give that a bit of a clean up and a bit of a spray down and see what we can do with it to kind of make it look a little better and obviously stop it from further corroding. I am going to replace this guard because that is just not acceptable to me, but in the meantime I don't want that spreading, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so we cleaned up about 90% of it. Show you here. It's about 90% of it. We'll finish the rest off with a bit of sandpaper and should be good to go. We'll give it a prime, give it a paint. I'm gonna go do that now and we'll get back to it. Sweet guys, so we've actually got these, I got them both done. Probably you can see here, bit of black rust kill, just to make the mounting point stronger, I guess. I will be getting new guards, just because those ones are so shot, and you know, I want to get this thing as clean as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, once those guards are dry, I'll chuck them on, get the headlights all mounted up. So we will be going to a Nissan meet later on, I think about April. I think it's April 17th or 16th or something like that. It's on a Saturday. But we will be going to that, and directly after we go to that, we will be pulling the motor and redoing everything before it goes off for paint. basically I want to get this thing off to paint and then rebuild it from the ground up. So that is going to be our main goal, and I want to do this and I want to do it right. So we're going OEM parts for just about everything. We're going to need new radiator mounts, and I did take them out, but if you look at these resters that have just been shot to shit, I mean, they're just breaking apart, all the rubber, and just about all the rubber on this car is going to need replacing. We're going to be replacing this cowl as well, along with this weather strip. Look at that, it's just yellow and needs to be replaced, so we're going to rip that off as well. But we'll be doing all that after April, mainly because we want to go to this car meet, and we'll film a few cars, see who's going, get some insight on a few of the cars that are going. But it gives everyone kind of a Christchurch, New Zealand aspect of what the car community is here, aside from like all the boy races and stuff. So this thing's going to be a garage queen for a little while, which is okay with me, just basically because of the fact that I want to do it and I want to do it right. So that's how we're going to do it. Sweet guys, so while the paint's drying, I decided that I would maybe fix up these headlights ready to go in, so that when they go in, we've got no issues. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to do that now while the paint's drying, and then hopefully we'll be able to chuck it all together. Headlights all done, all the wiring's taken out, all ready to go. So when we plug in, everything goes. I'm so happy about this. We are going to end up replacing this loom just because of this. So obviously the previous owner's done a shoddy job, and they didn't get a right horn, and so they purchased an aftermarket one, which I don't even know why it's here, but yeah, they've kind of done a shitty job of it. I mean, if you can see, it follows all the way around to here, and it just goes all the way. It was real messy wiring, and I'm not a fan of messy wiring, and they've spliced it into up there, I think you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna rewire that and hopefully get this thing into a better condition, boys. I think this car deserves it, and we're going to give it the special treatment. I mean, it has been in a head-on collision. If you see here, all that sort of stuff is all been kind of fixed, but if you look on this side, it's actually at the top here. So I'm going to get my cousin to have a look at that when we do the panels, and see what he can do. He's a master with this sort of stuff, so he's definitely going to bend this back into how it should be, and we should be good to go. But save that for another video. Let's get this front bumper, guards and headlights in and ready to go.